All right, can you hear me now? Haha. All right, so welcome to the stream, everybody. This is going to be DCS World, the latest open beta version. We're going to be doing some FA18 on the Supercarrier. I tried loading the in-game chat, and it tanked frame rate. So I'm going to not look at that at the moment. I might open it in a second. But we are on a multiplayer server. This is a server that I run. We have the new Russian carrier back there. We've got the Supercarrier here. I've got some deck liveries or whatever. And there we go, all loaded. We're running in the VR preset. I just clicked VR and I turned the textures up to high for just the texture value. Everything else is set to whatever the VR preset is set to. So I haven't changed anything else, but here we go. Got our deck crew running around. Actually looks pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and do everything Bush League and let the auto start take care of this. While we're waiting for the plane to get started, go ahead and give me any questions you might have about the Supercarrier. I'm going to see if loading that overlay chat window borks everything. If not, I'll be able to chat with you. If so, I might have to restart it and we'll get going again. But let me see about that. How's everybody else's week going? Do you guys have this loaded up, ready to go? Or are you just waiting to see what happens with Steam? That. Far so. You guys can see the chat on the stream overlay. That's not a problem. The problem is once I get it in game, it was just the frame rate went down to like 3 frames per second. Controllers on, and we'll switch this window to chat. Try it again. Go list. Setting. There we go. Hey Brett, thanks man. Yeah, I enjoy doing tutorials. It's a lot of fun for me. Smaller, I don't need that big. And we'll make you an invisible one. Let's see that just here. Frame rate, let's set it to 30. I don't need that going so fast. Chat, opacity. 5 is fine. Eco mode. Hide when not looking. There we go. And do there so I can see it, but it's not in the way of anything. And I don't need that anymore. Cool. So there we are. Looks like it's working fine this time. Before it was just absolutely terrible. I don't think that was DCS's fault. I'm gonna say it's the overlay's fault because everything was running fine with the overlay off, and then as soon as I turned it on, everything just went to hell. So let's move my model over a little bit. It's always fun kind of peeking out the nose of your VR headset. Okay. And in our view, good to go. Cool. So I've got a couple of things going on in this mission. This is just the Hoggit default mission that they run on their training server. I updated it a little bit to do some stuff for my group specifically. For example, the carrier is moving at 25 knots down this direction. I believe the base recovery course is 330. And let's see, what else did I add? I added a Russian carrier as well, the Kuznetsov, I think it's called. And they both kind of steam ahead at 25 knots. There was a recovery helicopter, and I don't know where he went. But that's run by the Moose script. I don't know if you guys know what that is. If you're mission designers, you might. And he doesn't look like he showed up. Oh, looks like he's hovering over the other ship. So here's the Supercarrier. Beautiful. It's got a huge deck now. Got all your little deck crew people on it. They work really nicely. Switch over here to the Tarawa. If anybody was flying around in a Harrier, they'd be able to use this. The game is totally playable. There's the rescue helicopter. It's about to take off. Oh, it just landed. That's interesting. And then we got the new Arleigh Burke cruiser, which looks phenomenal. Hey Brett, I haven't actually tried it yet, so I don't know anything about what the teapot's doing. Great question. We can play around with that while we're flying. Go ahead and get something. We'll put the targeting pod on station 4. I'll put on some sidewinders. 1 fuel tank. What else do we? 12s. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I watched a video that Mover was doing, and Mover said that the Station 3 was always empty, so that they had a full view out of that side. They wouldn't occlude it. So I will remove and pylon. Maverick over. Do laser Maverick. Let's see. Aim 7 over here. Aim 7F or aim 7. Over here, we'll put another. I got 2 GBU-12s. Let's do 2 Maverick. I like Mavericks better. Cool. Got 2 Mavericks, a laser-guided bomb, and then some air-to-air to keep us safe in case anybody comes. I like VFA 12, C12, this one. Nice little fun livery here. Let's see if they rearm us, and I'm going to turn up the radio audio. I turn it all the way down when I'm playing with friends in the Flaming Cliffs planes, because you can't turn it down, and it's annoying as hell. So definitely turn that off. You can see the ball over there right ahead of us, beyond the deck crew, the green light. Those are the side lights that kind of stick out the edges.
Rearming complete.
And we're all rearmed and ready to go. So, steering, let's make sure it's all set. Looks like it. Awesome. I'm getting good frames. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not terrible. But it's playable. What? That's not what I want, buddy. Left control. That go away. Alright, we'll play with that in a second. Let's come up here and we will say wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy.
Oh my god, OVR. Go away. Alright, cool. Alright, looks like we're clear to the left. Right. Gain nose wheel steering so we can move around. I'll go ahead and taxi out. And I know the deck crew is not collidable. Red Kite showed us that in his video. I was not lucky enough to get early access to this, but that's fine. I've been really busy this week and would not have had very much time to get to play around with this anyway. But over here and go launch off a Cat 1. There's our rescue chopper. Go menu. Right. It's on. Lower my wings. Guys down and move forward. So the cool thing about this is there's a lot of similarities to how they guide you on the carrier deck and how they guide you if you're a general aviation pilot. So a lot of these hand signals are kind of familiar to me. Forward here. Oops, stop. Go. Look at these guys. There I am. Here. Put on that locker down there. So the lock is cool. Oh, launch bar down. Gotten the wings down. Alright, so he wants me forward. That. We're on the shuttle now. Now, so he put that little orange bar on the back, and what that's going to do is lock me in place, so I can't actually overextend myself anymore. That'll hold me to the catapult in the forward direction. Oh, and why is my thing on? Flashlight. Gotta turn that off. Alright. Get our engine spooled up. 100%. I have not set a key for salute, so I'm going to go ahead and just click this, and there we go. Or that way. Go. Whee! Right. You're up. We'll climb to 500 feet. Up. Should have set my tack hand so I know when I'm 5 miles away from the carrier. I didn't. Okay. HUD. I'm gonna say we're about 5 miles away. That's good enough for government work. Barometric altitude. We'll climb. Alright, so the clouds actually look, I mean, they're still kind of spinning when I look at them. I mean, you can see that graphic kind of like rotating or whatever, but I'm not getting that ghosting effect that I was getting before, where they would almost kind of flicker in VR. So that seems to be fixed, at least in this build. It's running very smooth. Very happy with it. Good. It's over there. Climb up to about 10 to 15,000 feet. Turn in on the target range. Alright, let's play around with the FLIR pod. Anybody who knows the key combination to turn off the flashlight, if you could let me know, I would love to turn that thing off. Clear setup. We'll set ourselves air to master mode, armed. And I've got to get the clear warmed up. Oh, it's a nice little addition. I like it. And we were climbing, not descending. Get over this cloud layer. Alright, so we got 2 laser mavericks, and we got an GBU, I guess, if you want to call it that. Let's see, set up our 16. 9. What else can I do? Mode auto, and we'll do Maverick. We'll set this also to 1989. Set our attack hand to 74 X-ray, which is the carrier, on our ILS to 11. But I have it set in the mission editor, and we'll turn that on just because I don't want to deal with it later. Alright, 12,000 feet works. We're waiting for our TGP to come on. Let's go up to 15. Put another targeting range over there. Target. Fire on that one. Alright. So you were saying it doesn't bore sight anymore, is what you were saying? Uncage. Cage uncage is 180 degrees to the rear. Alright, so let's try that. Aha! I believe you're right. That is super annoying. Our code here to I just gotta pull it all the way back, or do I have to like... No, that's enough. See, it uncages at 180 degrees. Yeah, man. That's no bueno. Come all the way out, 0, and we'll turn it. It's a very interesting bug. I wonder why they, how that happened. 16. Guess I can't do that. Probably shouldn't have been the first thing I tested, but yeah, that is super annoying. Here, I'll tell you what, we will get this locked on the ground so we know where it is. There. River. Still way down over there, huh? This is not very usable anymore. Go. Silka. Is trigger. I know that my laser's not set right. At least that is working.
Altitude. Altitude.
Interesting. I don't know why that's not taken. Whatever. We'll just change these back. That's no one else on the server but me. Get ourselves in point track mode, 10,000 feet per cloud. Target.
Altitude. Altitude.
Nav does not want to lock. Alright, what am I doing wrong? Probably turn probes off. Probably turn my position. That has nothing to do with the Maverick not locking. Alright, Mav, what's up? Maverick, 1688, 1688. Arm, air to ground mode. Ground mode. Target. On point track. Got reset for armed. Range, we'll dial our throttle all the way back. That. And I switched. Alright, this is super duper annoying. Sorry, guys. That is interesting. When you uncheck trigger, It turns off the laser. You guys are still... on. Oh, cage on cage just does your... You know what? Let's go land. We're not having very much fun here doing this target run with the F-18. Armed, are you on off? Why it's target range. Call air traffic control. Where?
Marshall 088. Marking Mops 126. 22. Angels 5.5. State 8.9.
Altitude. Altitude.
.5 is carrier. Now let's try.
Marshall 088. Marking Mops 134. 27. Angels 5.5. State 8.7.
Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 7,000. Altimeter is 29073. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 330. Report see me at 10.
088. 088. See you at 10.
A little early on that, but that's alright.
Update state, switch down.
088. State 8.5.
Hey, Deucin, what's up, man? Having a little bit of trouble employing weapons this afternoon. Get off. Fine. Jettison everything. Cause... Go. Okay. Base recovery course 3. Zero, we got our hook down. We're going to descend to 2,000 feet. Our scale here to 10. Closer to that line.
Altitude.
Yeah, guys, VR performance is great. Apart from the fact that I'm a terrible target practice pilot, seems like they fixed a lot of the stuttering. It's very smooth looking around. I think the closer I get to the carrier, the more it might start to stutter, just because the carrier has a lot of geometry. I'm okay with that, though, as long as I'm able to land and take off. Go ahead and drop a little bit more. 1,000. What have I got up here? 10.
088. See you at 10.
Update state, switch down.
088. State 8.2.
Alright. Recovery course 30. We're on course. Should be parallel to the carrier, and we should go right by him. We're at 12 miles. Well, I shouldn't have called in yet either. I just have terrible, terrible airmanship tonight, guys. Sorry. Been one of those days, you know? Mm-hmm. 10 miles now, I would generally say 10.
088. See you at 10.
Update state, switch down.
088. State 8.2.
Getting a little slow there. I want to be about 250. You can see that long-range indicator light down there, the red blinking light. I believe that's telling me I'm to the left of the landing path. Not getting an ILS. I don't have a repeat HUD. There we go. Still not getting ILS. Maybe I'm too high. Way off glide slope. That would make sense. 5 miles. Also maybe far? No? I should be able to get ILS. Probably forgot something. One of those days. Fast at 300 on our speed. Yeah, check this. 111. Back in is correct because there we're at about 2,000.
088.
Here we go.
Red Angels 2. State 8.0.
088. Power, roger. BRC 330. Signal is Charlie.
Cool. So signal is Charlie means that
088.
I am cleared to descend, I believe, down to pattern altitude. But I'm not allowed to do that in this top half of the pattern. So basically, I'm like about to go over what they call point 1, and point 2 is 90 degrees over that direction. Point 3 is 90 degrees that way, so I'd be pointing 180. It'll basically be on the downwind. From point 2 to 3, I can descend, and from 3 to 4, I can descend. But on this part of the initial, I guess, is or the stack, I have to maintain altitude, or I can climb. We'll do a 30-degree bank, maintain 2,000-ish. .30-degree bank, 250 knots, I'm a little fast, a little bit low. Not gonna let it bug me though. I'm at point 3 at the moment. I'm sorry, point 1 at the moment. Heading to point 2. When I'm on downwind or when I'm on the reciprocal of the base recovery course, 330 should be 160. 140. I'm pointing 140, I can descend down to 800. Increase my speed to 350. I'm actually gonna direction a little bit. Start my descent. I have to stay within a 5-mile circle carrier. Need to descend down to 800 feet. Increase my airspeed to around 300 knots. Broke the 5-mile barrier. There's 800 feet. Quiet on my turn. And the Navy would hate me. Back up to 8. Far on this pattern. Point, deck looks clear. I'm gonna wait until I'm about a mile away. I'll start my brake. Kiss off, right? Yeah. Go, idle, speed brake out. About 250. Brake in, gear down, flaps down. And to 600 feet. Start trimming for on speed. Away. A downwind. Get home. 0. Go. 70, we're about parallel to the LSO station. Start our turn in. Now I'm trying as much as I can not to touch my pitch axis. I'm controlling my descent rate with my throttle. I want to be at about 450 feet by 0.3, 90 degrees away from final. Bit long in the groove, I think. I think I'm way low. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I'm just gonna go around. Wow. Guys, I suck. I'm terrible. Don't hire me to fly in the Navy. I think I owe everybody a beer for that one. How the heck did I end up this far off course? Deck is still clear, in case anybody was wondering. at 30. 0, I should say. And we'll do another kiss off. You guys see that E bracket over on the left? You really just want to kind of keep your flight path vector over there, and not below the horizon line when you're not on downwind yet. My brain is just not thinking right tonight. In any case, I am just feathering the throttle to climb slightly so I can get back up to 600 by the time I'm on downwind. Downwind is coming up over here. About 600, so I'm pulling the throttle back. 140, downwind. On 140 at 600 feet. There's the carrier. We are 1.1 nautical miles away, so I'm actually a little bit close to it. And start our turn inbound. I generally want to stay higher than lower. It's easier to correct a high approach than to correct a low approach. Turning a little bit sharp. Last time I was so far off. Well, at least I got the ball on the screen. Go. A bit better, we can see our long-range landing thing. I don't have a groove. Because I'm terrible at coming. Oh my god. That would not have been fun. Anybody want to come out and land for me? Oh my god. Hey Joseph, what's up, man? I'm flying a simulator. It's called DCS World. Doing a terrible job at it too. I don't know why. I'm usually pretty good at this. To be honest, I haven't flown it in a while. It's also like 1,000 degrees in my room right now. All right. 100 feet. Turning on to down. .3 nautical miles. That's a good distance. 1.2. Still about 1.1. Probably be over that ship. So now I'm fighting the controls because I. Parallel, we'll start our turn inbound. I want to make it a tighter turn than normal. And I'm a little high. Instead of 450. Down. Really steep. Oh, that's alright. I can feel the AI deck crew laughing at me. Doesn't feel good. How's the beginning of everybody else's week been going? Good? Bad? Indifferent? What's going on in your lives? Anybody else pick up Supercarrier, or are you just watching me and making fun of me? It's all good. I mean, I'm being very bad at it right now. Outside of this guy, almost. .4 nautical mile. A B. And let's start our turn in. Normal bank. Down just a got the ball, but I think I want to wait until I'm on final to call it. Still telling me to wave off. Did I need to re-check in with you or something?
Clara.
Oh, it changed to Clara. Yeah, he's still telling me to wave off.
Wave off, wave off.
Let's try this.
088, abort inbound, resuming mission.
Marshall 088. Marking Moms 336. Hold 0. Angels 0. State 5.9.
088, Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 7,000. Altimeter is 29073. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 330. Report see me at 10.
088. See you at 10. 5. State 5.8.
088, power, roger, BRC 330. Signal is Charlie.
088.
Alright. Beam the LSO station. We'll turn in. Do more of a normal bank angle. High, so a little bit. Power. Yeah, I don't know why it's still telling me to wave off. Should be a pretty good approach here. I'm just gonna continue.
You're a little low. Power.
Don't worry, guys. I'll give you your money back for this stream. Alright. Funny thing is, I downloaded this around 5 o'clock and gave it a quick run and had no problem catching it the first time. So this just goes to show how this is not easy, even if you think you know what you're doing. Also, it is kind of interesting. It's fun getting the LSO calls, the landing signals officer, the guy telling you to come left or give it power or whatever he's telling you. It's unique. I'm not used to that coming through my headset, so it could be flustering me a bit. The reason you keep hearing it beeping at me is because I'm low-ish on fuel, and when I give it too much power, the flight computer is actually able to tell that if I maintain that for too long, I'm going to run out of fuel, giving me a little indication. Alright, this is the one, everybody. Rewire. Down, flaps down, geared good. Oh. You.
You're lined up left. You're a little fast.
I'm way high. This is gonna be sinking. Jeez. Bolter.
Marshall 088. Marking Moms 333. Hold 0. Angels 0.5. State 5.1.
088, Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 7,000. Altimeter is 29073. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 330. Report see me at 10.
088. See you at 10.
There we go. More wire. And I suck at life is what the rest of that means. Go ahead and get our hookup. Good, we'll get them over this way. It will be kind of cool when these guys direct you to parking, etc. However, right now, all they do is direct you to launch. Still not bad, but they do move out of the way automatically. Generally, I guess, once launch operations are done, they just get out of the way. They run off into their side area. And then I believe if you launch, they'll pop back into where they're going. Now, I know the elevators don't work for us yet. The AI can use them and go down and park in the decks. For us, just do the best we can to pull over here, not fall off the edge of the carrier. And so right next to the bridge, it is getting a little bit choppy, but as soon as I look this way, it's fine. Out of the way. And if they had a tug, they could push me back, which would be awesome. Fortunately, they don't. So I wonder if from here... Let me. Take off again. That's interesting. I guess I'd have to just get into a new plane. Well, any questions, anybody? Anybody have any questions about Supercarrier? I think it's fantastic. I'm terrible at flying, apparently. So I'll need to go up and practice a little bit more. The deck operations are fun. The radio menu, I've still got to get a little bit used to that. I'm not sure what's going on with the pattern. I'm not getting the option to call the ball or any of that. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. Probably something I'm doing. But yeah, it's a pretty cool module. Looks fantastic in VR. Definitely bigger than the Stennis that comes with it. You can add more deck crew, you can add cranes and stuff like that. I haven't taken the time to do that. All I did was add a couple of F-18s. A little bit of deck decoration. A couple of airplanes out here on the deck. Nothing much more. If you jump into the mission when it starts, there's an AWACS and a refueling S3 that take off. And then they go and do some patterns. And I'm assuming once they run out of fuel, they'll come back, but I don't know how soon, what their time is on that. But yeah, this is the Supercarrier. Haha. Yeah, I know. They are slow. I was a software developer for a long time, and I know how it goes. We had, if you can believe it, an even more interesting process than ED, so I don't fault them too much. We had things that we would quote as the developers. We'd say, hey, it's going to take this long, and it got miscommunicated frequently up the chain of command to make our managers happy. So it's an interesting career for sure. Anything y'all want me to do while I'm here on the carrier? Deck crew is not collidable. You just go right through them. They don't move out of the way. They don't do anything. They just sit there. Of course, it's first version, so I believe they said they are going to make some logic for them to, run out of the way if you're trying to run them over, but they don't. They do look fantastic. If any of you guys jumped on the stream a little too early to watch me take off, I can definitely do that. Again, if you'd like, I'm going to switch to a different jet on the carrier and see if I get the menu for takeoff. It wasn't giving it to me there. And looks like now I'm good to go. There's 16 slots on the carrier for aircraft. There they go. Nope. SteamVR gets laggy every so often. Do a quick startup. Ask for weapons while we're at it. If we can figure out what was wrong with those Mavericks. X's. Full tank. Maverick on. Oh, ow. Spot over there. 12, good on that.
Request rearming.
Right.
Copy.
Got people up in the tower now, which is kind of fun. They don't actually move around or anything yet, but the fact that they're there is kind of fun.
Rearming complete.
Maverick over there, SteamVR flipping the fuck out.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls.
Dang, I wasn't having issues like this before. Oh, I guess I did the first time I launched it, but I was chalking it up to the in-game chat. This overlay. Yeah, you know what? It's their game. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. I'm actually happy flying what I got. I definitely look forward to the updates they put out. I think that anything to make the game better is better. Yet, yeah, you know, I don't really care. It's not worth getting upset over. I can always restart the game if it's getting laggy like it is right now. It's not a big deal for me. I can also go and fly a plane in real life. So, simulators are fun for what they give me. Nothing compares to flying in the real world. And yeah, man, I'm always going to respond if something comes in on chat and I'm able to see it. No, this is getting terrible. I'm not sure if it's... Let's see. Journal? Journal's kind of bad. Yeah, SteamVR is... SteamVR needs to be restarted. It's not DCS, it does this in a lot of games for me, so I don't know. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and reboot the game and kill SteamVR and restart it, and I will be right back. You guys are more than welcome to hang around while I do this. You'll just lose image for a second. All that shuts down. Yeah, the reason I know it's not DCS doing that is because, like right now, I'm at my desktop and I'm moving my mouse around, and the mouse is laggy. And as soon as I kill SteamVR, yeah, see, like the SteamVR room is laggy. If you can see that in the, I'm sure you can see that on the stream. So it's SteamVR going nuts, and I don't know why it does that from time to time. But I can kill it. Oh, I've got my mouse back. Mouse goes back to normal. Computer goes back to normal. I actually just heard a couple of fans turn off in my computer. So for some reason, SteamVR is like, I don't know why. Every so often, it just like kicks everything up to unsustainable level, and then I have to restart everything. Let me go ahead and get that going again. Toolkit. There back, I think. In and out as far as voice as well? Or just the visual? Because I know the visual's going fucky. DCS backup. Again, what do you guys got going on this weekend? Nobody's answering me on that. Anything fun going? No? Yes? How much DCS world I can get in. Alright, game's coming back on. There we go. Back in action. Alright. Okie dokie. Go settings. Stream chat. Awesome. Back to where I wanted it. Those going away and turn them. Cool. Yep, sorry about the technical glitches, everybody. Happens when I'm playing Half-Life Alyx, happens when I'm playing DCS. It's just a SteamVR thing. Go ahead and pop into my server. Like I said, we're just playing on a modified version of the training map that Hoggit uses. I added a couple of new things, changed some of the server restart settings. There's restarts every 4 hours or something like that. I've got mine set for, I think, 12 or 18. But it's essentially the same map. Pop over. Fine. And back on the carrier, and everything is normal. Huh. Okay. Fuel tank, we'll do pod, and we'll do our Mavericks. Maverick. I'll put aim 7M there. VFC 12.
Request rearming. Copy.
Hey Ozzy, yeah, I have all of my all of my hard drives are SSDs. I used to be a software engineer, and I do a lot of gaming as well, and pretty early on I switched to all all SSDs, and now I've got 2 M2s in there, and those are my primary and secondary drives.
Incomplete.
Oh cool, Dave's here. Hey Dave. Dave, are you in Discord? I don't think it's on Discord. Yeah, the game is awesome. I DCS is awesome. I really like X-Plane as well. I do that for, I have a general aviation pilot's license, and so I'll fly X-Plane to kind of keep myself practiced on procedures in that. But man, I wanted to be a fighter pilot when I was younger, and I was a little too short. They had height requirements, I'm not sure if they still do, and they would not let me be a pilot because I was too short. So the pop-out window in VR, sorry I didn't answer that. I'm using an application, it's a Steam app called, I think, OVR Toolkit. And that's what I'm using. I think it was $15. It gives you the overlays. It should work with any game that does SteamVR.
Flight controls.
You can set what windows you want to be popping up. So like I've got my Restream chat up so I can actually see you guys and respond, because with a VR headset on you can't see anything outside of the headset. And I like to actually interact with people while I'm streaming. Let's see. Our view. Go. This time I'll turn things on. Stand by. RWR on. We'll turn on our data link. ILS channel 11. You know what? It might not have taken. It might still be 17. There, and I'll set my TACAN to X-ray. That's what it was when it was the Stennis. I did not change it. On. Make this our HSI, and we'll make it HUD. And good to go. Let's get our TACAN up on the HUD. Let's see how far away we are from the carrier. I believe when you're departing, you want to stay below 500 feet until you're 5 miles away from the carrier. You want to maintain about 250 knots. Pretty sure our base recovery course is 330. That's what it was when we left last time. I know there's a way you can type this in. I don't know how to do that manually. 30. Probably that C-cell button. I can probably just type it in. Alright, auto start complete. Request startup again. Alright. 7-5.
088. Request startup. 088. Cleared for startup.
Well, I'm glad that's taken care of, and let's go over here. I guess I can't request taxi, so I will just move where I want to go. Let's do oh, hold on, my chalks are in. Ground crew, that might be why I can't request taxi. Chalks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Errors. Now let's see if I can ask for a taxi. Nope. Still broken. So we're just going to go ahead and taxi over to catapult number 2. Helps if nose wheel steering is on. And we will divert to plane director, who's the guy standing on the catapult there. I'm going to more or less line myself up with it. Alright, he wants me to lower my wings, so I will get those down. He wants me to come forward. Stop. Yeah, Ozzy, I'm flying the Cessna 172, 182. Working on my instrument rating right now. For our launch bar. Anti-skid off. Formation and position lights on. Strobes are on. And I'm using the valve index. Things are down. Did push that in, which I shouldn't have. It wants me to move forward. I really like the index. I think it's awesome. Go, hit the shuttle. Power up. Inch forward. You don't have to worry about overextending this because they put a bar on the back of your landing gear that actually kind of holds you in place when you throttle up. It's gonna tell me to retract my launch bar. And then it gets passed to the shooter. It says, yo, yo, dude, spool up your engines. I'm going to go ahead and go to previous menu, previous sound crew. I'm going to salute. %, and adios, gentlemen. Positive rate gear up. My flaps up. Out of afterburner. Stay under 250 knots and climb no higher than 500 feet. So I am 5 miles away from the camp. While I'm waiting on that, I am ground mode. We'll see if we can get our Mavericks to work. I don't know why they were not working. Oh no, I busted my altitude. And my airspeed. Man, I suck at this. Get our FLIR on. Warm him up. Four miles, and we're good on altitude. Yeah, man, I like the index. I think it's a great, great headset for VR. 5 miles, we will speed up and. Go here to Maverick page. Get front controller. I'm just gonna do default because for some reason last time it didn't like it when I tried changing something unique. So that 68, you're good. Arm our Mavericks, they are armed. Aged. You're good. Getting on our FLIR pod to warm up. Oh, we're way over here. Cool, the carrier is about to turn around. The carrier group is going to turn around and head back the other direction. Switch our altimeter to barometric. And I'm going to stay at about between 7,000 and 8,000. I want to stay under this cloud layer. Cool. So we got our FLIR up. That. Our sensor of interest. I'll head back this way. Put my laser on, and I'm going to set this to trigger activated. Pretty close. Target range I want is over in this. Might be even further up, not sure. Actually, and clear. Oh, we got a gray mode, but that might be on the bottom color display. Here. What we get?
Altitude. Altitude.
So, Ozzy, there's a, you're gonna see the white dot in the middle of your headset, and if you go into the VR menu in the settings, there is a mouse, like allow free mouse or something like that is what it's called, I believe. And that's what you're gonna want to go and toggle on or toggle off. On point track, so when I find something, I think right, so you're uncaged. Laser's firing. Oh, okay, so now it's locked. Last time, for some reason, that was not working at all. And I'm not 100% sure why, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. If it's working now, maybe we'll get to blow some stuff up. What do we got over here? Know that there is a target range in this direction. Not sure exactly where it is. Mountain over there, I think that's training range. Other target range. Okay, I'm about in the right area. Are you my Shilka? Nope. Is a Shilka in here somewhere? One out here. think we're locked, so rifle. I occluded it, so we'll see if I hit anything. Probably not. Oh, got it. Alright, I'll take it. Now, apparently, and I tested this a little bit earlier, if you try and gauge your, or bore sight, I should say, your TGP, unfortunately, it goes 180 degrees in the opposite direction. It points backwards. So, I am not going to be doing that. I'm going to set this wide mode. Direction. A little faster, I believe. That's the other Shilka. Turning on you. Also kicking the laser off anytime you lose track. I don't like that. If I have the laser toggled on, the laser should be toggled on. Oop, what happened there? And why isn't my laser firing now? Trigger's not on because it off, that's why. Here we go, Maverick is locked and rifle.
Altitude.
And we'll turn this way so that we don't occlude the Maverick. And boom! Good effect on target. One more Shilka in there behind that storage warehouse. Sometimes he spawns in the storage warehouse, sometimes he spawns out of the storage warehouse. I'm out of Mavericks, and I didn't bring any laser-guided bombs with me. I have to kind of do a little bit of recon here. See where he's at? Looks like he's just on the outside there. On the road. We can come back for him, or I can always switch to my gun. Maybe. Source page, I don't have a gun button. Off. Standby. Yeah, AV Joe, it is a bug. If you bore sight your TGP, it goes 180 degrees in the wrong direction. It points backwards, which is not how it should work. I believe that was a bug that they fixed, and somehow it snuck back into this latest build. So I'm not sure what the dealio is with that. We're gonna try and sneak in on this Shilka and go guns on him. And yes, Ozzy, it is in the VR section, I believe. It should say like cursor is stuck to headset or something like that, and you want to uncheck it, or if it says cursor is independent of headset, check it. One or the other. I'm not sure exactly what the verbiage is. But then you can move the mouse independent of the direction the headset is facing. Alright, so I got him in my sights.
Altitude.
I'll wait for this to unwind. Go, and guns, 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 guns. He's locking me. Don't think I got him, but that's okay. Get me either. And I'm pretty much out of guns. I have to go and rearm those. That's fine. Alright, let's go see if I can do a better job at landing on the carrier this time than I did last time. Man, if you guys saw that, you would have probably not been watching anymore. Alright. CF5. We will do 8. Washington inbound.
Marshall 088. Marking Mops 146. 435. Angels 4.5. State 9.8.
088, Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 7,000. Altimeter is 29073. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 330. Report see me at 10.
088.
Two 9er 7-3. Cleaned up here. Safe our weapons. Want this side to be my HUD. Side to be my HSI. Turn my ILS on. I think it's 17. It might be 11. We'll see. ILS to the HUD. We'll back into the HUD. And that way I will see the direction the carrier is and what my localizer and glide slope are. 23 nautical miles away, we want to descend down to 2,000 feet. Slow down to 250 knots, and check, we'll get our hook down.
Altitude.
Since we are feet wet.
Altitude.
And my course went away. Course is at 2, let's set that to 3. 3. Now I know which direction the carrier is going. I will parallel that course. Set our scale to 10. Let's set it to 5. So I can get nice and close to the base recovery course and parallel the carrier. I don't know who this little... Oh, you know what? This might be Dave. Wondering if Dave is trying to land on the carrier. He might... 2,700. We are 14 nautical miles away. We're going to descend down to 2,000, slow down to 250 knots. Hmm. 2,100 is close enough, so I'm going to start leveling off here. 1,000 feet. 160. Yeah, that's got to be Dave and the Kristen Eagle. At 10.8 nautical miles, so I will report see you at 10.
088. See you at 10.
And see the
Switch down.
long range lineup light, blinking red. Tells me that I am left of the approach path, approach course. And then the faster it blinks, the more off course you are. I think there's 3 different speeds. Might be 2 different. Solid amber, I believe, if you're on course. Slow red if you're left. Slow green if you're right. And then fast red, fast green if you're left or right, respectively. 250 knots. I'm not using auto throttle. I don't really feel the need to. Famous last words. And we're going to enter the stack at 0.1. Got some smoke down there. A little high. I'll adjust for that. A little fast, but that's okay. I'll get a little closer to the carrier as well.
Tower 088. Overhead Angels 2. State 9.0. 088. Tower, roger. BRC 330. Signal is Charlie. 088.
Alright, recovery course is 330. Signal is Charlie, which means I can descend to the pattern. I mentioned this earlier. If you're on between 0.1 and 2, or I should say if you're between 0.1 and 3, 1 being over the carrier, 3 being on the downwind, 90 degrees to the port of the carrier, you cannot descend. You go up, you climb, or you maintain altitude. So once I get to 0.3, which is roughly over that ship over there, I can start descending and continuing to my initial point, landing. And these guys are also getting pretty close to the waypoint that turns them that direction. So, might start turning on me while I'm landing. Right. Maintain as close to 2,000 as I can, and as close to 250 knots as I can. Starting to get a little choppy. Or if it's the carrier trying to recalculate and turn, or if it's SteamVR doing its thing. Feels like it's SteamVR. Means I may not be able to land this one. Here I'm at approximately 0.3, so I could start descending. And yeah, this is not good. This is becoming unplayable. SteamVR does this, and I don't know why. Again, it does this with all the games that I have, not just DCS. After about an hour of playing, it just becomes a slideshow. But essentially what I want to do is increase my speed to 350 knots, 50 knots, descend to 800 feet for my initial, and then that'll put me alongside the carrier for my pattern to land. I was looking for you guys. This is choppy as hell for me. I'm assuming it's choppy as hell for y'all as well. And I don't get any frame drops at all in when I'm just flying normal, like 2D without VR on. It's 100% Steam. Whoa, overshot that. And I'm low. See if I can do it anyway. Alright, we're gonna go flight idle here, right over the carrier. I'm just gonna assume the deck is clear, even though Dave is flying over it. And I'm gonna start my brake. Flight kiss off. Gear down, flaps down, can't tell what the hell's going on, but we'll see if I can still land this sucker. Getting a little low. Ah! My frames came back. I mean, I'll take it. Okay, here we go. Dave's on final 2, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Might have been Dave's smoke. Or SteamVR fixed itself. I don't think it was the smoke. Go on glide slope.
088. Hornet ball. 8.4. Roger ball. Wave off, wave off.
Oh, man. Well, at least with the wave off, I will, hopefully be able to come in before they start turning. Wait till, there we go. 30-degree bank. Climb up to 600 feet for the pattern. I'm doing my best to control my climb and descent with air, throttle as opposed to pitch. I'm trying to keep that on-speed AOA during my approach. And here we go with a lag fest again. And it's back to normal. Very interesting. Little low. Go. Start turning. 30-degree bank angle. I want a gentle descent. My localizer. I need to come to the right. There's my glide slope. I'm actually doing pretty well on the glide slope. A little high. I get the ball call this time. I have to reset time. Oh, I got ball.
088. Hornet ball. 8.0.
There we go.
Roger ball. Easy with it.
There we go.
You're a little fast.
A little fast. Work it down, work it down. Don't settle. Work it down, and there we go. Ooh, one wire. Okay, came in a little bit too soon. There we go. Hi. And get out of the way. Oh, look at that, a Christian Eagle. Like Dave made his landing. Go say hi. And yeah, I've got to say the deck does not slide anymore. The gear and everything seems like it's much, much better now. Not floating around on the deck anymore. Having the rudder, you know, pegged one direction or the other, and then introducing throttle doesn't make the plane go straight like it used to. Which is nice. Nice. Alright, and the carrier is turning now. Saw a pretty funny YouTube video of the carrier turning and everything sliding off the deck, so let's let's hope that doesn't happen here. My plane is broke, prop won't go anymore. And he's inching towards me. Carrier is listing quite a bit, but I guess it is going 20-something knots, so that makes sense. Oh, there he goes. Alright, let's see if we can move while this bad boy is turning. I don't know, should we go take out that last Shilka? I think we should go take out that last Shilka.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
Oh, there he goes. Let's see if he survives it. Nope. Bye, Dave. Alright. Getting fueled up. Flaps to half. Anti-skid off. Launch board set. Lights are set.
Pontiac 1, passing waypoint 2 at 270. Pontiac 1,
I think we are good.
323 for 50 at 270.
I want to see if it changes the BRC. There's no wind on the map, but the carrier is cruising at 25 knots. So after we go out and take that Shilka down, when we come back, the carrier's BRC should be somewhere around 140.
Complete.
I'm not 100% sure which, what the exact direction is going to be, but it should be somewhere around there. Weapons? No. Maverick. And
Rearming complete.
Move the pylon.
Request rearming.
Take long.
Copy.
And I'll just clean the plane up a little. Nope. Good.
Rearming complete.
Okay, let's go take off from catapult 3. Or 4. Let's do 4. Hey, purple shirts, watch out. Alright, let our plane captain guide us on. Assuming he will. Unless I need to respawn. I probably need to respawn. Doesn't look like he's, doesn't look like he's active. See here, do we only get 1? 7, request 1. Nope. Okay, ground crew, request launch, and nothing. I can do 5 CBN. Nope. See if I switch carrier. F5 ATC. Let's do the tick.
088. Request startup.
Now let's come back to the carrier. Nope, it won't let me. I gotta get a new plane. I understand why you would want to do that. I still think that's kind of annoying. These guys aren't gonna work at all for me.
Pontiac 1 is RTB at 60.
I'm assuming these guys up at the front aren't gonna work for me either. But we'll check. Oh, there we go. So maybe I wasn't... I'm confused, but whatever. Put our wings down, and he wants us to move forward. We'll move forward. Stop and put my hook down. I should probably also close my canopy. And the wings are down, I can lock them. Forward again. be tracked? Onto the plane, Captain. Ground crew. And salute. I don't have this bound yet, but I will bind it at some point. 100% and salute. Go. Positive rate gear up. A little high on this departure. Fast. Karawa over there, the Admiral Kuznetsov over there. 4 nautical miles. Gonna turn north. Five miles away, we're climbing. Arm, air to ground. On and get this up. Oh, I had it in standby, so I don't even need to wait for it to warm up. My map set. Up there at 1111. I will UFC 1988. Sure. Step. Carrier group. Oh, I do not want that there. Oh, okay, cool. Not over there. Over there. So I would center it, I would bore sight it, but unfortunately there is a bug right now where if you hit the bore sight button, it points 180 degrees backwards, which is not what we want. Barometric altitude is set. I want to turn off my ILS. At about 7,500 or higher.
Pontiac 1, airborne.
Below 8,000 feet. Ground, there's an inlet over there. I think we're gonna be flying. There. I think is what. I'm gonna set my marker over there. Get over the shoreline here. The target that I'm looking for is one Shilka. The Shilka is right alongside a barn or storage warehouse or something of that nature. So I need to come at it from the east. On that side of the barn, I won't be able to hit it from the ocean side, so we'll come in it this direction. We got some L-39 drone planes out here. That's what you're seeing, these targets here. Again, this is the Hoggett training map. You can go download it at Hoggett's Reddit webpage or on their, they have a wiki set up. And then I've taken this and modified it just slightly for my own flight group's purposes. All right. Set our laser designator to arm. And we'll turn on the trigger. Yeah, just I do believe, like for me, it is running a lot nicer. I'm enjoying it more. That being said, SteamVR has an issue where when I'm flying around for about an hour, SteamVR starts shitting itself, and I'm not sure what the deal is. It's not just with DCS. It doesn't matter what game I'm playing. My frame rate drops to like 0. And other than that, which is a SteamVR issue, not a DCS issue, it's running great. The clouds also, they still spin a little bit, like you can notice there. You can see it's kind of like rotating when I'm turning my head, but they're not flickering in each eye anymore. I was having that issue in previous updates where you would get like that flickering in the clouds. I'm not seeing that at all anymore. Which for me is not a huge deal, but you know, it's good. It's like downtown Batumi. I'm sorry, like Abu area. How far down is that? Yeah, pretty far. Track the coastline here. It's not in there. It is along the coast, but that. Way up here. Far up this. I guess it could be over there. On the far side of this little location. Should be able to see other PTRs and things. That looks like that, or the water area. There it is. Got it. Near field of view. Pretty sure that is my Nemesis Shilka. 32 nautical miles is... Oh, that's the Stennis. Never mind. I got 70-ish seconds before I can fire. Time to max range, TMR. Go ahead and get some altitude. Don't have any clouds in front of it. Off our strobes, turn off our position lights and nation lights. We don't need them at the moment. We're clear to engage. 25 seconds, 25. There we go. $10,000 feet. Fire and we'll turn right over the water. In range, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. I'll launch at 8.5. Rifle. And we'll turn over the water. Like so. See that red dot right there? I'm actually going to turn back because I don't want the building to occlude my laser. Light orbit here. What happened? Laser turned off. How did my laser turn off? Eagle Dynamics, why did you turn off my laser? Oh, that's why we brought two, right? Alright, well, hard turn this way and we'll just come in high. Angle. Go to marked. Our trigger again, and we will trigger. Oh, come on.
Altitude.
Of course.
Altitude.
When does anything work the way you expect it to in this game? 2. Got time for another pass. Got a little bit of fuel left. We can do that. Around this cloud here. I wonder if one of my buttons is my laser button and I'm actually accidentally toggling it or something. Because that shouldn't just switch itself off for no reason while you're flying towards a target. At least, I don't think it should. I'm not an FA-18 pilot, so I don't know. Maybe the military has an automatic switch off. I couldn't tell you. It doesn't seem like something that would make sense to me. However, I'm not an expert. I'm not a subject expert. Okay. Where are you? Gonna be in here somewhere. are in there. Patient here. Let's turn engines down low. Out. R. Rolling in on target. Laser is on.
Altitude. Altitude.
And my Maverick screen is now not on. Once again, we play our dangerous game. Game of chess against our old adversary, DCS World. One ping only. I love this game. It's so much fun. And get the little nitpicks. Always seem to happen right at the wrong time. Not a huge deal. Again, like, you know, I don't play this seriously. I'm not like, I can't find my Maverick. ED is worthless. I don't think that at all. I think that they're fantastic, and I think that the fact that this game does even half of what it does is actually pretty incredible. Yet, I want to fire my Maverick. I would like to fire my Maverick. Now, why are you not...
Altitude. Altitude.
Boy. Firing at me. Go see what my uncage, not C, because C changes the, C bore sights the EGP, which points it backwards, which is not what I want. So let me go and do this real quick. Take a quick look at... C is supposed to be cage, uncage button. TG in here. On target. Well, there we go. Yet, I think it also messed up my... No. Oh, I wonder if they changed the bore sight button and that's why it's so confusing at the moment. My Shilka. On P-track. Maverick's in range and locked, and... rifle. There he goes.
Altitude. Altitude.
This way. Move, car! Boom. Alright, we got him. Narrowly missed that car. Okay. That's it for our weapons, except for our aim 9s. Yeah, guys, I think they might have actually fixed boresight. So if you cage the targeting pod, it seems like it points 180 degrees. Yet there's an uncaged button, which is the same as the nose wheel steering button, at least on my joystick, and that points it to boresight. Oh, now it's not. But it was. And by the flare, we're actually going to turn the flare off because we don't need it anymore. Very interesting. Alright, we will safe our weapons, we'll turn off air-to-ground mode, and we will contact the carrier. Let's see, where are you?
Marshall 088. Marking maps 131435. Angels 8.5. State 6.0.
088, Leathers weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 7,000, altimeter is 29073. Case 1 recovery, expected DRC 150. Report see me at 10.
You at 10.
088.
And our BRC is now 150. So let's get our HSI over here. Click our course. Do course select 150. Base recovery course. We'll enter at 0.3. Our scale is 5, which is fine. We want to descend to about 1,000. This to our HUD. Good.
Altitude. Altitude.
Our altimeter to radar, and we'll get our hook down. Get our feet wet and 15 miles away from. We don't have to think about it in. Sure. I've got the carrier in sight. I'll report that I see her at 10. I want to continue down to 250 knots.
See you at 10.
Mama just killed a man.
088. State 5.6.
Put a gun against his head. Pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, I'm coming into land. Alright, I'll spare you. Slow down even more. Got the carrier there. His base recovery course is 150, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to about 340, I believe. When I am off of his.
Tower 088. Overhead Angels 2, state 5.5. 088, power, roger, BRC 150, signal is Charlie.
My signal is Charlie, and I'm already heading in the right direction, so I can actually descend for my fence, my initial point. Means I want to offset about 10 degrees, increase to 350 knots, descend to 800 feet. Prepare to land. Carrier group. I don't use auto throttle. I like kind of feeling more connected. Probably will start using it in the future. Right now, this gets me ready for the throttle adjustments that I have to make. We can see our long-range landing light there. A little slow. A little low. Closer to the carrier and then turn on course. RC is 800. I'm sorry, 150. Altitude 800. Good. Take a look at the deck. It's clear. 50, 800 feet. Radar altitude. Deck is clear. Like Dave's coming in as well. Wait till we're 1.2 miles away. And brake. Like kiss off. Down and flaps down. Level off and throw. Going a little fast. Probably because I'm light. Air brake out. Track the air brake and on speed. Good. Trim down just a little bit. Increase throttle. Start our turn. Flaps down, gears down, flaps down. Go. Ready here to call the ball. Shallow out my turn because I overdid it a little bit. Got the ball in sight. I. Our ball.
088.
5.0.
Roger ball. You're lined up left.
Yep.
Right to line up.
Go on.
Right to line up.
Oh, there we go. 4-wire. Alright, not bad. Roll it back, get our hook up, and move our wings up. Get out of the way here for the next. You'll notice that they got out of the way for the landing, and now they're back out in case anybody wants to take off. If that's Dave coming in without talking on the radio, they're not going to get out of his way, I don't think. Although they might when he gets onto final, I'm not sure. That might not be Dave. That might be the AI. I have an E3 and a AWACS. I guess the E3 is the AWACS and an S, whatever the refueler is. Got those guys up as well. So that might be one of those. But the way that it's flying, I think it's Dave. Go. We'll just park here. Auto shut down. And I'm going to pop into the LSO seat. Work. Oh, that's... There we go. It does look like Dave. Looks like he needs to go right for lineup. Probably coming in a Vigan. Yep, exactly what he's coming in. Right for lineup, right for lineup. Not bad though. Oh, and there he goes off the edge of the deck. Oh, and then the helicopter's gonna go get him out of the water. So that's the Moose script for the rescue helicopter. If you bail out into the water, it'll actually go and hover over the area where your plane hit and simulate like it's picking you up out of the water, which is kind of cool. And then it flies around until it runs out of gas, flies back to the cruiser over there, and then will come and reposition itself. Kind of fun. I really like this LSO seat, and the dog is right next to me, so I don't want to get up and walk around. But you can actually get up in VR. You can actually, like, well, here, let me see. Where's my cable? Is underneath the seat, of course, because wouldn't it be? So I can actually, like, here, set my height. There we go. So if I'm sitting here watching people coming in and, you know, like calling them and giving them instructions and stuff, I can actually step out over here. Edge of room. I can actually watch them land. Kind of cool. Being able to like LSO from here and being like, all right, I'm right for lineup, left, whatever, and then in they come. Watch them have whatever. And I mean, the carrier deck was. I wish I had longer VR cable and. There. Got some. Yeah, there's some right there, but I don't. Yeah, man. I mean, in VR, this is running super smooth right now. SteamVR did whatever its chugging thing was, and then it kind of stopped and came back to normal. Doing it. I think that's going to be the end of the stream for now. Thanks again for coming in and watching. Sorry about the terrible carrier landings at the beginning, but again, if I can get back in my seat, this will put me down in the. Go. There we go. Yeah, Tara. Thanks. But yeah, DCS Carrier. It's awesome. I think it's a lot of fun. There's definitely things that are, you know, not perfect about it. Yet, at this stage in early access, I think the promise of it and what's going to happen with it is going to be really, really cool. What does that say? That frickin' instructions etched into the LSO panel. Pretty neat. Awesome. Back up. And yeah, I think the course here does show you who's in the pattern, or is supposed to show you who's in the pattern. And then as they come in, you can actually grade them and everything, which is neat. Looking forward to seeing what the eventual functionality is of the LSO panel. I think a lot of fun. Oops. I see it up the whole way. Might be able to. Okay. Anyway, that's the end of the stream, guys. Thanks again for watching. We got rid of those shulkers once we figured out what we were doing wrong. Let me take a quick look at the controls, because I think... What happened here? I think one of these controls is bore sight. Let's see here. Designate. And what is this? Huh. Interesting. Cage, uncage. The cage... Uncage points the TGP back. Maybe you have to uncage it before you can undesignate it, and then undesignated bore sighted it. Let me see if there's a bore sight button as well. I just want to check this before I leave, because there was some question about that. Have bore sight. Sure. Underlying tank view center. Yeah, not 100% sure what was going on there. When I would push the nose wheel steering button, or the autopilot cancel, it was reshifting the TGP basically to point straight ahead, you know, in a bore sight fashion. And then when I would do the cage uncage button, it was pointing it directly backwards. So almost like it was stowing it. Kind of interesting. I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit more and see what's up. And what is that? Oh, that's a helicopter. Finally picked up Dave. It's taking him back. That's hilarious. Yeah, guys. DCS Supercarrier. I think it's a lot of fun. Definitely worth, you know, $20 if you own the Hornet. Especially with where it's going. It's going to be fantastic. Hope you all had a good evening. Hope you all have a great rest of the week planned. We got Memorial Day coming up this weekend. I will probably be playing quite a bit of DCS. And I will probably stream some. If you guys are interested in watching any of my cook-along lives, which I'm doing on Fridays, just to kind of get family, friends, and, you know, y'all, if you want to come in and watch, I'll be doing Pixar-style Ratatouille on Friday this week, 6 o'clock Pacific time, live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you want to catch me. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a great one. Adios.